Now it has been almost 2 years since we did our last packing video, and we've had a lot of requests for what has changed, and a lot of things have changed. So
a lot of things have changed.
Yeah.
Some things have stayed the same, but we've gotten better.
Yeah, we've gotten better.
We know what we're doing now. Pretty close.
We kind of know what we're doing. It seems like every time we go home, things change and alter just a little bit. For the most part, we have it figured out, and we have all the basics down. So yeah, the key elements that change are probably the clothes, but we want to it's kind of an unpacking because we just moved to a new location, so we haven't unpacked our bags yet. So we're going to open them up, show you what we brought with us this time around.
Yeah, how it all works, how we fit most of our personal belongings in these bags.
Now, the first thing we probably should share with you is what kind of luggage we use. We use away bags. We do not get anything from them, no affiliate, nothing, but we do want to share with you how much we do love these bags. We have used them now for 3 years.
This is 3 years, yes, and they're sturdy. Love them. Cobblestone, not a problem.
Yeah.
The size, not a problem to get them on planes most of the time. Now, again, we get no affiliation out of these bags at all. We just like the bags.
Yeah, we do. And these are the Away bigger carry-on. They have
Yes.
2 different carry-ons, so we did go with the bigger carry-on, which we would highly suggest. Like Brian said, a lot of people worry about that whole size thing. They look at what an airline will allow. These bags, we have never been stopped because of size. We've been stopped because of weight only a couple times.
Right.
And that wouldn't matter no matter which bag we're in, because we're going to be carrying the same weight.
Okay, now for our clothes. That's where we're going to start because that's the most important. Now I've gone back and forth. I started off when we started our whole adventure over 3 years ago using packing cubes. I got away from them. Now I'm back using them again because I do think that they keep me organized. Do they save me a lot of room? No. But I don't need the room, I need the organization because as Carrie knows, I tend to lose things, and I'll get into that also. So I keep 2 packing cubes. One of them is going to be my lower half and heavy sweaters, and my second cube is going to be my shirts. Now these work the same as the Peak Design brand, but they're half the cost.
Right.
So that's why I went with them. Now I don't have the Peak Design to compare the material or anything like that, but they work the same, they look great, they keep this part of my life organized, which is very important. So I've got 5 shirts, 2 t-shirts, and something to keep me warm in case it gets chilly at night. Now, I've only used this a few times.
Well, I mean, we used it quite a bit because the first couple months of this time out, it was cold in the evening.
Well, yeah, I haven't used it quite a bit.
Oh.
I've used it a couple times.
You've used it a couple times.
Because I've got another sweater that I use in here. So I'm a layer. I layer. Yeah. I don't have a jacket, so to speak. So that's kind of my secret to keeping warm. If I need to keep warm, I'll just layer up. So I've got this to keep me warm. I've got a couple t-shirts that I pack because, you know, it does get hot, and I'm not always wanting to put a button-up shirt on. These shirts, these collared shirts that I do like, they've been great, but they're a little bit thicker. And they kind of get warm in this muggy weather. So the t-shirts do come in handy. So I've got, I said 2 t-shirts, I got 3 t-shirts and 5 what I consider collared shirts or buttoned-up shirts. This I consider the buttoned-up shirt as well. So that's kind of what I've got.
Now,
3 pairs of shorts.
Before you move on, I was wondering with your shirts, you have a long sleeve in there, right? Do you have one long sleeve?
This is my long sleeve.
Yeah, which is, you know, at times I wish I had something like this because it's just a super light t-shirt long sleeve. And the other thing I was going to say about your polo shirts, they are heavy and they also don't dry as well. You know, that's something that's really important with what we do because we have to hang our stuff to dry. So the other stuff seems to work better as far as that goes.
And it really does, especially when you're out and about. The button-up shirts kind of hang off you a little bit better so you don't get sticky. 1 pair of pants. That's all I need is 1 pair of pants. I might leave this gray pair at home next time and grab a tan pair or something just to switch it up a little bit, right? So yeah, 3 pairs of shorts, my shirts, 1 pair of pants. I got a couple hats that I have on the other side of my bag, but that's basically all I need.
Yeah. Now you've also got your undergarments. Where do you keep those?
Well, I keep my non-mentionables in a pouch.
Everybody's got to wear them. Sorry.
Yeah, you do have. You really should. If you don't, you should consider it. Now, yeah, I do have a pouch that I do keep in this side of my bag.
With all your under stuff.
These are all my
socks.
all my socks, my underwears, my unmentionables.
Now, how many pairs of underwear do you bring?
I carry 5 pairs of underwear.
And how many pairs of socks?
Carrie says that's not enough, but I think 5 pairs is sufficient.
I just know there have been times that we have not had a wash machine for 5 days, so I want extras.
You just rinse them out. 3 pairs of socks. One of those pairs, 3 pairs of footy type socks, and 1 pair of the big ankle high stretchy socks to keep my feet warm in case my feet get cold in the air conditioned climate that I tend to be in. So yeah, my shoes. Now whenever I buy anything, I buy with them, keep in mind I'm going to pack this. So these are low profile shoes that they basically disappear in this bag. I put them in there, forget about them.
Yeah, they're small.
Yeah, they're small. My bigger cushy tennis shoe, that's what I wear on travel day, so that never goes into my bag. So that's kind of how I pack. I mentioned those hats earlier. They go in here. I got to keep the forehead from getting chapped. And then I like these clear bags for my sunglasses and any, my contacts, my inhaler, just so I can see where they're at, what's inside. Because if these were all black, then I'd guess. I'd have a 50-50 shot. And whenever I have a 50-50 shot, I'm wrong every time.
It's always the wrong one.
The clear bags.
It works.
And these are like, I don't know, they're $2 each. As a matter of fact, this one's ripping. I got these at a consignment store. I don't know, you don't have to spend much on these. So that's basically how I pack my clothing.
Yeah.
We'll get to camera gear and all the electronics here in a bit. So as soon as I think I have all this figured out, I'm all dialed in, Carrie comes up with a great idea and she goes, Brian, this is what I do. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So then I start kind of copying what she does. So she comes up with some great ideas. I think I got it down. I think I'm perfect now.
You're pretty well dialed in.
What do you got going on?
It's not far different other than I do pack more clothing than Brian does. That's just, I guess, a girl thing. I don't know. There's plenty of girls out there that I know pack way less than I do, and there's plenty more that do a lot more than I do. So I feel pretty good.
Probably more that do more than do less. You're right.
So same as Brian, I started with packing cubes, and then I went away from packing cubes, and now I'm back to packing cubes simply for organizational part. And the one reason, or the one thing I really like about the packing cubes that I'm using right now is simply because it's like, here is your packing cube that you can put shirts in. Anything that doesn't fit in here doesn't get to go. And so I have that one there. I'm going to start with that. Now the packing cubes I honestly went with the Away packing cubes. I would not recommend them. I think they're great. They work fine, but for the price tag, you can get something just as good. And the ones that we used to use would have been just fine. I was trying to get away from, all my stuff used to be black, and it was really hard to see everything. Everything kind of just blended. So I was just trying to get away from that. Okay, so for shirts.
Well, here's what I like about them. What I do like about them, and it doesn't have to be this brand again, but I can see what's in there.
Yeah, it does have a mesh top, and so you can kind of see what's inside. I also know because of the shape of it, this shape is different than my skirts and all that thing. So I just know these are shirts. Okay, so for shirts, I do 2 t-shirts that are just a regular t-shirt. I do one that's kind of a little bit of a dressier shirt if I feel like dressing up at all. I have 2 shirts that I wear just kind of around the house usually, more kind of workout shirts. I have 3 just tank tops. Everybody sees me in tank tops. There they are. That's what I wear. And then the one I have on, obviously. And then I also carry just I don't know what they're even called, kimono kind of shawl, simply because sometimes you just want to feel like you look a little bit nicer than just a t-shirt on. And
You
it's
always
something,
look nice, baby.
it's something you can just throw on, and it takes up zero room and doesn't weigh anything. So to me, it's just kind of an easy take along.
So when I talk about being organized, my stuff all goes in flat and layered. Carrie puts hers in organized
And I should have shown you that.
accordion, and it looks great. So that's something that...
I'm going to kind of show you here what it looks like and the reason that I do it this way. So on this time that we are traveling, I'm not going to put this part in, but on this time that we were traveling, we moved a bit faster. So we weren't in a place for a month at a time. And when you're only in a place, especially some hotels for, 4 nights, 5 nights, or even a week, you don't want to unpack. It's a pain to pack everything back up. When you have everything in your bag just like this, you can see everything, and I can just go get dressed out of this here. I can see exactly what I need, and then I just take off whatever, and you have plenty of space there to just open up and put the other one back in.
See, I'm going to start doing that.
So
That's a great idea.
This is how I did it even without a packing cube. If you're not a packing cube person, do it this way. I call it kind of the accordion filing system thing. I think you fit more clothes doing it that way, and boy, you don't have to pull everything out to see what's underneath.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah.
I knew I'd pick something up.
So that's a good way to do it. And then, okay, so now this is the size of my one for my lower elements.
Your lower extremities.
Lower extremity covering. Okay, so what I have in here is I have 2 pairs of just comfy pants. One is more kind of workout pant, stretch pant, and then I have a pair of just relaxed kind of jogger pants. These have traveled with me since day one. These are 3.5 years I've been carrying the same, actually of both of these, I've been carrying the same of both of them. And then I have a pair of just workout shorts, just in case it's really warm out or warm inside our place. I have a pair of shorts here, and then I also have a pair of shorts on.
That's good.
Yeah, I am wearing clothing. And then I have a pair of black pants that are more of a, they're still kind of stretch pants, but anyways, like we said, the first bit of our traveling, it got cold. And so I wore the pants that I brought.
I'm going to cover that here on our next little phase too, on what I carry in my backpack. Carry on.
Yeah. And then I also have a pair of jeans. I don't all the time travel with jeans, but once again, we were dealing with cooler temps, and I'm glad I did because I wore these almost daily for the first month and a half. Okay, and then I have a skirt that I actually picked up on the road when we were in Oaxaca, Mexico, and this was a great purchase because it is reversible, and this will come in handy for a long time, and this is great. And then I just have a sarong. If we're around a pool, which we are right now, and going to be here for the little bit, and this is just for a bathing suit cover-up. So those are my bottoms, and that's how much I take. To some, it may seem like a lot. I don't think it's that much. And the nice thing about this is that I've used everything in my bag. I think at the end, we talk about this all the time, is that when you pack things and you don't use them and you're just carrying them around, it can get very angering. And frustrating, and because you may like it so much you don't want to throw it away.
You don't want to throw it out. Now it's interesting to me that you've worn it all. You pack more than I do. Again, I pack less than she does, and there are some items in here, a couple shirts that I have not worn, so they may not make the cut the next time I go out. I've worn them. Just because she I haven't worn this yet, I should throw it on. So those types of things, the more you travel, the more you'll learn, I don't need it. Don't bring it.
Yeah, less is definitely more. I know we've said that so many times, but less is 100% more. It's better to take less and then have that room if you see that skirt or shirt that you want to get, and go ahead and pick that up when you're on the road. We prefer that. Okay, so now in here, I also have a sweatshirt, and this is just a light zip up sweatshirt. Now I also have, where did it go? Whoop. Because as I talked about, you're also going to have one of the outfits you're wearing is going to be your on the airplane outfit. And so that's obviously already in the stuff I showed you. I definitely tend towards wearing the most heaviest thing that I have. So I have this just kind of over shirt. This rarely ever gets put into my bag. It could totally fit, but I just take it because you never know if it's going to be cold on the bus, cold on the plane, cold in the airport, wherever. It doesn't matter how hot it is.
That's
outside.
what I was going to get to later.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I was
going
to talk about later.
You'll
so
show yours, yeah.
You do want those clothes to throw on. Now, I pack mine differently.
Yeah, and then same, I do have a purse here that goes with me as well. So those are kind of the extras. And then I just take 2 pairs of socks. I don't have really any shoes I'm wearing socks with so much, this kind of socks. These are for wearing around on those hard floors. We used to carry slippers with us, and now just a nice cushy pair of socks works fine. And then same, I've got just my essentials, bras, underwear, swimsuit, all that's in here.
The third part of the away bag is the flap here that you carry all your little knickknacks in. Mine, I've got our wash.
Laundry detergent.
Thank you. Laundry detergent sheets. I've got some medical stuff in here from when we had our medical stuff done. I've got my prescription to my inhaler in here, which this is usually all I need. I've only needed it once in 3 years, and even then it turned out I didn't need it. But I keep it in here just in case. So a couple of some ibuprofen, my wallet for when I get back home, so I've got that right here. Just stuff that I don't really want to get rid of, and it doesn't take up any room. So that goes right in here.
That's what I do really like that about these bags, because it is kind of, it doesn't add any room or any take away any of your room. It just is the stuff that's going to lay super flat, but it is a great place to keep any paperwork that you want to take around with you. So what I have in mine is just, I carry exercise bands with me. So
another great idea that I don't do.
So those are in there. And for the people who are looking for ways that we get that question, like exercising on the road, these take up absolutely no room, and you can do so many different exercises with them. So these are great. And then otherwise, we really in here, I just have, I carry our vaccination records. So we do have those. We haven't really needed them for a while, but once again, they take up no room, and I just always know where they're at, so those stay in this bag as well.
Now again, these away bags, we're not affiliated with, we're not sponsored in any way. We just like the bags. There are other bags out there that may be equal to. So these are the ones we use.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm going to just show you what I have on this side over here. I take the sandals I have on currently. Once again, they're usually the bulkier of the ones that I have. I've got a pair of just Converse that I take. Some white little slip-on Converse. On this time out, I haven't worn them. I've worn them, I think, twice. And then, but it was with the rain and everything, you never know. Okay, and then I have my waterproof Birkenstocks, which these also are going on about 3 years of use. So they probably could be replaced, but you know what? They're still working fine, so I just hold on to them. And then I have just my makeup bag, and this works great. Very simple. And I have another purse I carry. This is the purse that I take on travel days because it holds a lot more. They don't stop me on the plane as it being another item, and I can just have everything in it. So take that along. Brush. I have a hair straightener. A lot of people said before, why do you carry that? Well, sometimes you just want to straighten your hair.
Because I want to.
Because I want to. Yeah. And then, like Brian's little bags, mine aren't clear, but they are see-through. So you can see them, and I have carried these since we started traveling, and they have held up really great. So those are fantastic. I do also carry green powder with me.
Another great idea I should do.
These have been really good. I got these when we got home this last time, and especially here where we've been in Mexico, there's not a whole lot of, we're not eating a lot of salads. Right. And so this is one way that you can just easily take.
Because I eat salads back home like no other. I eat them all the time. So when I don't have my greens
I typically
on the road,
do, but yeah.
Then I'm missing something.
He feels like you're missing something. Yeah. And then the last thing that I have in here is just my electronics bag. So, and these bags have been great. I'll show you another one here shortly. So, but yeah, this is just everything that I would need for, it just kind of has all of my plugins and some of my electronic stuff for a camera and everything.
Okay, so what about all of our electronics? What about our YouTube gear and everything else that we need to carry with us? in order to do what is our job. One of the biggest changes I made from when we started until now is this bag. I upgraded my carry-on, my under-the-seat backpack. This thing has been fantastic. Now, I got it a few months ago, and I'm glad I did, and I'll show you why. First of all, it's got 2 water bottle carriers on each side, which I love because Carrie does not have one at all, so I ended up carrying her water bottle as well.
He's so sweet like
I'm
that.
a gentleman. Come on, who wouldn't do that, right? Here's what I love about it, and again, we are not affiliated. We are not getting any type of kickback. No sponsor, nothing at all, okay? This is just what I use. This is what I did my research about. I went down the rabbit hole, spent a couple months trying to figure out what backpack I want, and I went with the Evergoods 28-liter backpack, and I love it. And here's one of the reasons why I love it so much is I can open it all the way up. And here is my electronics, my sentry items, and those warm airplane, bus, train clothes that Carrie was talking about. This is always on me. This does not go up underneath the bus. It does not go, I don't check it. This is with me wherever I go. So I've always got some warm clothes in case I get chilly.
Don't want that.
Don't want to get chilly. Okay, I got my dry items, my wet items. These are the same brand as my packing cubes that are called Tripped. They've worked great. You can hang this, unzip it. It stays out of the way in the bathroom. We usually only have one bathroom, so we kind of need to keep our stuff to ourselves. Organized. And this has really kept me organized. This is the clear bag, the TSA approved bag. And I keep that right on top. So in case they do ask me to pull it out, bam, there it is.
Got to do that.
Okay, the electronics. Now we use GoPros for the most part on all of our videos, except for this one, we're using the camera. This is my burnt orange bag. This is also an Evergoods bag. And this bag has all of my non-GoPro items in it. Storage devices, anything that I need that is not GoPro related goes in the orange bag. Anything that is GoPro is in the blue bag. So those are my 2 bags that keep me organized as far as my electronics go. My favorite bag, though, goes in this really cool handy zipper on my Evergoods backpack. Is this one here. Carrie has this, I got this idea from Carrie. This wasn't my idea. I don't come up with ideas like this. This was Carrie's idea. She's got a little bag that she has on her airplane, the bus that goes behind the seat, that she has all of her stuff, everything that she might want to get to. And I got the same thing. These are magnets that keep closed. It's got a pin. It's got zippers over here. It's got zippers over here. There's clear mesh with another compartment. But I keep my headphones, both my buds and my cord headphones, because I think that you need the cords on the airplanes in case you drop one and it falls underneath the seat.
And the airplane headphones are kind of crappy.
Yeah, and the ones they give you aren't any good. But I also have my inhaler in here. I keep it on my bedstand at night, so I have it all right there, and it's right next to me on the airplanes as well. But the last thing, it's also just so heavy duty. It just feels good. It's like, just
It is a nice
good.
bag.
It's a nice bag.
Yeah, very nice.
Best part about it, second best part about it, it's got this back zipper here, and that's for my laptop. So it's right there, it works great, love it. It's kind of a hidden compartment, and the whole thing fits over your luggage carrier for your suitcase.
Which is something you didn't have
I
while
didn't
you're
have
there.
before. It goes all the way through. It's great. My only thing is I wish it would go this way, but it doesn't. So I deal with it. Other than that, I love the bag. Did it cost me more than I wanted to spend? The answer to that is yes, it did. But I don't have anything. I don't have any stuff. I'm a minimalist. So what I do have, I want to be quality, and I feel this stuff is quality. It keeps me organized. One thing I forgot to mention, on my bag here is I put my my eye mask in there, so when I'm on a plane or a bus, I can put my eye mask on, and it keeps the light out. And I am so organized because I got this new handy little pouch that I lost it on the first bus trip that we took. So that was a waste of money.
Yeah.
I also lost my GoPro battery charger. So I've lost 2 things. Now that I'm ultra organized and spent all this money to get organized, I've lost 2 things. Before I didn't lose anything. Now,
You did. You just had to look a long time for it, but you'd find it,
right.
and now you've
now I've just
physically lost it.
It's physically gone. So, but I'm learning. I'm always getting better. Okay.
Okay, so now into my changes here. I'll give you your money back that fell out of your bag.
Nice.
I should have kept it as a tip. Okay, so this is, I also upgraded when we were home this last time, and my other bag was actually fine. It was starting to come apart on a couple of the seams, but it was still fine. But I upgraded for a few reasons. We've been using the same bags. I'd been using it for 3 years, and like Brian said, it's all we have. So sometimes you just want something new. So that was part of it. The other part of it is that the inside of my other bag, and this was my choice, I bought a black bag. So everything inside, because I also have like black other elements that go in there, I was always searching for things.
She used to wear black eyeshadow, black lipstick.
And so this bag here is by away. Once again, we get nothing for these, but this is so nice because it opens up so wide, and I love that. And so the things I have in here, like Brian showed you, I have done this since we started traveling. This is just my essential bag that is with me on the airplane, and it's beside my bed. Mine has a lot more than Brian's in there. I carry a lot of things in here, so we'll go over that at another time. But anyways, the eye mask.
That I lost.
Yeah, Brian had the exact same eye mask. I replaced
You sure
mine.
this isn't mine though?
100% no, it's not yours. But I told him next time you need to not get a black one, so that we would have seen it on the bus if that was the case.
Maybe
because
that nice
the black, it
burnt
just kind
orange
of,
color that I had.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I do really love Brian's bags that he got, the bright colors and everything, but I did find these bags on Amazon, and I didn't expect them to be as good a quality as they were for the price I was paying for them. And so when I got them, I was like, oh man, these are really nice. So
Yeah, I
these
spent a
ones
lot
are
on
great.
mine, but
Yeah, these are great. And same, like I showed, they open right open, so you can see everything. All right, and then in here I just have my TSA bag in here because same thing, if we're going through TSA, we need to be able to get to it quickly. Normally the camera that I'm filming on right now is in this bag, and sometimes I'll take that sweater that I was talking about, and that's what I'll wrap. I always use a piece of clothing to wrap my camera instead of, I used to carry like a bag for my camera.
Yeah.
I didn't need that. I can just use one of my pieces of clothing. I always carry a baseball cap with me, a charger for my computers in here, and then the top element for our Lark bottles I keep in here. Basically in this bag, I keep anything that I want to make sure in case they do force us to check our bag, anything that I would want to be sure didn't get lost. So
Right.
all the key electronics, everything go in here. Same with like, I always put my contacts in this bag because I don't want to have anything happen, that my sunglasses and everything just stay in here. And then just like Brian's, this side pocket goes over the top of my suitcase, which is great, and it's really nicely done so it slides easily. I was trying to find the other pocket here. And then I also have the extra pocket here where I have my laptop, and then I've got my mouse and just a couple other electronics in there. Nicely padded, so I feel like my laptop is really nicely protected, so I like that. And then this does have a cool pocket here that it's kind of hidden. Somebody wanted to get to it, they'd really have to be digging in your bag, so I think you'd see them. And this has just my passport holder. And so just have our passports in here, and then I keep in this one as well any extra credit cards and
My
our
passport,
extra, yeah,
because I would probably lose it.
so I have both our passports, and then the extra debit cards and things like that, medical card and all that, stay in this right here. So So those are our new purchases, and I think that those were great purchases. I mean, we've been really happy. We didn't want to really share them with you until we had given them time. We bought them when we were home. We've now been on the road for just going on 3 months, and you know, so we've really put a lot of wear and tear into them to make sure we wanted to recommend them or say that we like them.
Yeah, and this bag, my bag is actually, if you look at the dimensions on my bag, it's 1 inch long as far as what the plain people say. Hopefully none of them are watching, can fit underneath that bag. But I don't overstuff it either, so it does look like it's a lot smaller than it actually is. I will say though that this bag is heavier than my suitcase is, because those are all clothes and these are electronics. So they can't see weight, especially when it's on my back and I'm walking like it's not heavy at all. They don't know. So don't worry about the weight so much on the bags. Worry more about the size. And all of these bags, for the most part, technically speaking, fit the size.
Yeah, and I would rate the size for these ones with the size, I would say.
Yes.
You know, and not the weight, but for your suitcases, it's not so much the size, it's the weight. That's where you're going to be got at. So. Right.
So size matters, is what you're saying. I think that's what she just said.
Okay, well, we hope that you found this interesting. You know, I mean, I know when we started traveling, or before we started traveling, we were very interested of what people were taking with them, because when we were leaving for, used to be 6 months at a time, now we're at 3 months, so we can kind of change things when we get home a little more often. But you wanted to know, what are people putting in their bags? How much are they taking with them? You know, because you feel like you want to pack your entire closet.
Don't pack your entire closet. No. You won't wear half of it. If you do decide to go on a 3-month journey, pack less than you think you need and buy on the road if you need to.
All right, well, we will catch you next time. Cheers.